Hello, welcome back to the Gaming Flight Doctor. Today I'll be talking about the top 10 things that Borderlands 4 needs to learn from previous games in the franchise. Borderlands 4 was just recently revealed and many other content creators are talking about their wishlist for the game. I'll be bringing up points that other people may not have mentioned before. Number 1 is make legendary gear feel like legendaries. Lots of people in the community constantly stress over the fact that Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands had terrible systems for the legendary gear. Borderlands 3 legendaries were way too common, and Wonderlands' legendaries are sorry excuses for gear, with very niche use cases. Legendaries should be rare and valuable, just like in Borderlands 1 and pre-sequel, but not as hard to find as in Borderlands 2. Legendary gear should either be decently surprising to find, easily farmable to obtain, and shouldn't be outclassed by lower rarities. And definitely should be super rare to find in vending machines and random loot containers, such as trash piles. Make legendary gear a real accomplishment. Number 2 is, anointments can work with the help of an extreme overhaul. Enchantments from Wonderlands were semi-annoying to farm, but weren't as heinous as Borderlands 3's anointments. Loon shines in the pre-sequel worked decently okay. They didn't really strike me as necessary, but were a fun addition. I suggest that anointments in Borderlands 4 have a mostly utility-based functionality, so damage-based anointments don't run rampant in the meta, such as anointments that grant reload speed, accuracy, or fire rate. These additional modifiers have been included in the past 3 Borderlands games, and I do not think they will disappear anytime soon. Instead, we should seek to improve upon the system, not remove it. Number 3 is, make matchmaking and multiplayer game modes actually function. Borderlands 1 had a better online system than Borderlands 3, and it's nearly 10 years older. Borderlands multiplayer has always been a laggy mess with many client-based issues. It is especially bad when attempting to save quit farm named enemies, bosses, or to quickly travel to your last save state. The server browser in Borderlands 2 worked pretty well. Definitely try to include split screen, and the co-opetition and cooperation modes in Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands are very nice additions that should be included in Borderlands 4. I may have forgotten to mention a few things of the multiplayer, as I don't really play it too much, but if there's any other issues, obviously it should be fixed. Number 4 is, make the Vault Hunters more involved with the story. The one thing that made the pre-sequel very immersive was how the Vault Hunters had responsive conversations with the NPCs, and how the NPCs had unique voice lines depending on which Vault Hunter spoke with them. It is quite uncanny how bland the responses are from the Vault Hunters in Borderlands 3. I don't even remember if Wonderlands had any responsive dialogue. It would be amazing if the Vault Hunters had tons of echologs spread across the world displaying their backstory like in Borderlands 2 or the pre-sequel. Maybe make the dialogue also change depending on if there is only one player or not. And it's quite a long shot, but maybe even throw in a couple short side quests focused on the Vault Hunters, similarly inspired by something like Baldur's Gate 3's Companions. Number 5 is, manufacturer aesthetics and gimmicks should get even crazier. Borderlands' signature feature that really defines it as a looter shooter is its manufacturer system. The corporations are absolutely iconic and are one of the strongest aspects of its world building. Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands did an amazing job at making each manufacturer feel entirely different gameplay-wise. Minus the stupid disc shotgun from Wonderlands, please remove that. Although maybe expand upon the shields and class mods a little more. Number 6 is, Guardian Rank, Badass Rank, and Myth Rank are all great features that should be merged together to form a peak rank-like system. All of the additional bonuses gained from the Guardian Rank can be quite inconvenient when you suddenly lose 24 quality of life features upon turning it off. The Myth Rank can be too inconvenient to upgrade due to its rotating skill trees. But the Badass Rank in Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel were its best implementations, as it slowly upgraded every single aspect of your profile. Having an unlock tree for cosmetics behind the Badass Rank would be a good incentive to complete some of the more obscure challenges just to collect them. Number 7 is amazing skins and cosmetics. The drip in Borderlands games were always peak, had me pondering over how my Vault Hunter would look for hours. The vastness of it is quite good and has always improved with each game in the franchise. Pet names, room decorations, and vehicle loadouts were a great addition to the customization, while as emotes, echo themes, gun skins, and trinkets should definitely be doubled in Borderlands 4. I'm curious to see what other cosmetics Gearbox could add to the next game. Outfit presets in Borderlands 3 were absolutely amazing, and definitely should be expanded upon. Let's get a Dripland subreddit going, shall we? Number 8 is advanced movement, such as sliding, mantling, and grenade jumping should all be included in the next game. Double jumping and slamming from the pre-sequel was super satisfying to use, and rocket jumping could have me entertained for hours. Dozens of hours. I've heard talk about wall climbing, wall running, and cover vaulting being mentioned before. I think it would definitely heighten the badassery one can feel while gunning down hordes of enemies. Sometimes you just gotta put some style into your gunplay. Number 9 is TVHM needs to have a fresh New Game Plus experience. Enemies and bosses in True Vault Hunter mode should have new variants and features to really emphasize the supposed jump in difficulty, rather than aimlessly cranking HP and damage numbers super high. Making certain enemies have armored or shielded variants, like the Armored Psychos or Angelic Loaders, Borderlands 2, worked pretty well. Bosses in TVHM could also have additional attacks or resistances that they normally don't have in normal mode, and could really spice things up in New Game Plus. Most other RPGs do the same thing, why not Borderlands? Imagine how cool it would be if Sledge would actually deal crazy knockback with a shotgun, or if Wilhelm was actually a threat, and Shiv wasn't just a plain badass psycho. Borderlands 2 already did this, and I think it's a very underappreciated feature that I personally would love to see return. An honorable mention is health types, such as health, shield, armor, and bone. Wonderlands did an amazing job by including the new bone health type, and I think it should return for Borderlands 4 under a new name, maybe referred to as Spirit, Hologram, Digistruct, or something similar. Make the enemies vary with their health types, especially the bosses and named enemies. Making them all even out should be a focus. I feel as though Borderlands 1 and 3 had a few elements that weren't very useful. Borderlands 2 and Wonderlands had a nice mix of every enemy type, although adding a 5th health type might dilute things too much, as you can only hold 4 guns. Yeah, so this is the part of the video where I tell you that if you are enjoying this video so far, please leave a like and comment your thoughts and concerns that you may have on this topic. If you would like to see more videos like this one, talking about the future of the Borderlands franchise, please subscribe, share this video, and let me know down in the comments. It does take quite a bit of time to record and make this video, so I would definitely appreciate the support. And of course, check out my other videos. Now, let's continue. Number 5 is enemy limbs and sustained injuries. The most awesome part about the Fallout game's VAT system is the ability to target different limbs and have different debuffs be applied towards your enemies. Need to cripple a fast-moving target? Shoot their legs. Need to prevent a robot from using the powerful laser? Blast off their arm. Need to stun an enemy from attacking a low-health ally? Focus on their stomach. Need to stop an enemy from sniping accurately? Shoot out their eyes. The reason why I and many others find the loaders in Borderlands 2 and 3 to be the most engaging and exciting enemy to fight in the whole franchise is how they respond to being shot in different parts of their body. Even though it might not be the focus of combat, it could add a level of complexity that would be appreciated by many. And I think it can add a bit of depth into combat, especially if robot enemies would make a return in Borderlands 4. Please comment down below what do you think should be added or touched on in Borderlands 4. I am planning on making more videos like this one if this video does well, so please share, like, and subscribe. It would really help out a lot. Otherwise, take care and have a good rest of your day.